The person you are watching right now is not a real creator, and this footage was never actually filmed in a studio. I started with a long, unedited podcast-style video and used a specialized AI tool to chop it into a believable talking clip. Then, I fed that footage into Vizard to let it find the best moments, giving me polished, short-form content in mere minutes. This workflow fundamentally changes how we approach content production at scale for brands, agencies, and individual creators. If you are currently running ads, posting daily, or managing multiple creator accounts, the time and cost savings here are astronomical. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did this step by step and show you the precise workflows that make Vizard a powerhouse. You have likely seen other tools that try to auto-generate content or stitch clips together, but most of them fall short in key areas. Common solutions are often prohibitively expensive, they create raw cuts without any logical context, or they force you to manually schedule everything. Vizard solves these pain points by being incredibly smart about which parts to clip, how to format them for specific platforms, and when to post them. Let me give you a concrete example using a long-form podcast episode I processed recently for a health and wellness brand. That episode was packed with great moments, including product praise, personal anecdotes, and genuinely useful, actionable tips. Instead of hunting through an hour of footage and manually exporting 15 different versions, I let the AI handle the heavy lifting. Step 1 is simply uploading your long-form video file directly into the Vizard interface. The user interface is super straightforward, allowing you to upload your content and let the system ingest the data instantly. Vizard begins by scanning for cadence changes, excitement spikes, and sentence hooks, which are all classic viral signals. Within just a few minutes, it parses all the timestamps and highlights the moments with the highest potential for engagement. Step 2 is letting the auto-editing feature find those viral moments for you. It does not just slice the video every 30 seconds, but rather uses engagement heuristics to surface one-liners and emotional beats. For that podcast episode, it pulled out a perfect testimonial where the guest mentioned how the product replaced their morning coffee. Those are the exact 2-second bites that absolutely blow up on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Step 3 involves tweaking your clips for the perfect format. Vizard automatically reformats clips for different aspect ratios and adds captions to hit current platform best practices. I do not have to dig through the timeline to find exactly where the speaker smiles or leans into the microphone. The software flags gestures and mouth movements, so the final cut looks perfectly natural. For my podcast clips, I like to keep the speaker slightly off-center and emphasize natural pauses so it feels like a real conversation. Step 4 is all about the auto-schedule and publishing features that save me hours every single week. Instead of exporting and manually posting, I set a frequency, and Vizard cues the clips based on the best post times. This creates a consistent cadence so your channel stays active and engaged without you having to babysit the process. You can preview the entire calendar, shuffle your posts, and even bulk edit your captions and calls to action. Step 5 is using the centralized content calendar for your team workflow and collaboration. This keeps everything in one place, showing you what is scheduled, what needs approval, and which clips are still in draft. If you work with a team or manage multiple brands, this view is worth its weight in gold. I can easily assign specific clips to editors, leave notes, and track versions without ever losing the original long-form episode. Now, let's talk about a quick note on voice and authenticity, because some creators do not want their content to feel AI-generated. If that sounds like you, the best tactic is to use very short bursts of the speaker on screen. Use 1 or 2 seconds of the speaker, then cut to richer B-roll, product shots, or UGC-style footage. Keep the creator as the voiceover rather than the main visual for the entire duration. That way you capture the credibility of a human speaker without showing long repetitive motion that might look synthetic. For the more pragmatic crowd, people who just want results, I recommend running full, uninterrupted clips. Yes, some viewers will call it out as AI, but the conversion metrics simply do not lie. I have used end-to-end AI workflows for major client campaigns, and some of the highest performing ads were generated this way. It really comes down to how much you prioritize brand perception versus pure performance metrics. Now, let me walk you through the exact prompts and tiny edits I made, because this is where you turn a good clip into something that converts. For the product clip I mentioned, Vizard surfaced 12 candidate moments that I had to filter down. I picked the top 4 that included product praise, sensory descriptions, energy benefits, and a simple direct call to action. I rewrote a couple of lines so the hook landed earlier and grabbed attention faster. Instead of a slow opening, I trimmed it down to get straight to the point for short-form attention spans. I added captions that mirrored the speech rhythm with short, punchy lines rather than long, boring sentences. Captions increase retention massively on mobile devices where people are often watching without sound. I let Vizard reformat the clips and auto-generate a caption suggestion and a hashtag pack to save time. It is not always perfect, but it is an incredibly solid starting point that saves me hours of brainstorming. When we compare this to other tools, the advantage of Vizard becomes even more obvious. Some tools auto-transcribe and let you chop manually, which is fine, but it is slow and expensive if you have an editor on retainer. Other platforms offer automated cutting but lack scheduling or a centralized calendar, so you are still stuck exporting and uploading manually. Vizard's true advantage is how it combines intelligent clip selection, multi-format exports, and a publish-ready workflow. You can scale without adding headcount, which is the ultimate goal for any lean content team. However, we need to have a real talk about the limitations because no tool is flawless. If you push a clip longer than a few seconds without adding variety, artifacts or robotic phrasing can creep in. This is especially true if the source audio quality is low, so always try to start with a decent recording. I recommend keeping single creator moments under 7 seconds to maintain the highest quality perception. Always pair your clips with B-roll or product visuals to create a more dynamic and engaging visual experience. Run a quick audio cleanup if you need a high-end feel for a premium brand ad. For everyday social content and quick ad tests, Vizard really hits the sweet spot between speed, cost, and quality. Think about how many hours a traditional editor spends finding the clip, trimming it, adding captions, and formatting. Vizard compresses all of that effort into minutes, which is a game changer for creators and small teams. You can produce an entire week's worth of content in just a single morning. Here are my creative tips that actually convert. Always hook the viewer in the first 1 to 2 seconds. Use a sentence that answers a viewer's immediate question, like, is this product worth it? Or, will this actually work? Use captions that mimic natural pauses by breaking long sentences into smaller, readable caption blocks. Layer in micro B-roll, like a 1-second cut of the product, to hide visual artifacts and increase authenticity. Test 2 strategies: stealth clips with tiny creator flashes and full creator clips that speak directly to the camera. Track which version performs better for your specific audience to refine your future content. Let's look at the final script I used. If you are on the fence about this product, this is your sign to just try it. I continued, I put it off forever, but it actually tastes amazing and gives me steady focus without the crash. That script was short, specific, sensory, and irreverent, which is exactly what performs well online. Vizard took that phrase, created vertical and square assets, added captions, and scheduled the posts for the entire week. From the initial upload to the final queued posts, the entire process took under 15 minutes. If you want to try this, start with one long video you already have, like a podcast episode or a webinar. Run it through Vizard, pick your top 3 hooks, and test 2 variants, a stealth version and a direct version. See what your audience prefers, because the ROI shows up faster than you would expect. If you made it this far, you clearly care about how to run a serious workflow from ideation to scaling. I run a group that goes deeper into these pipelines, but for now, go play with Vizard and repurpose your first long video. Tell me which clips surprised you, because seriously, the results are going to shock you. All right, go make something, check out my other videos for more workflows, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and keep creating.